Reasons. Let's talk about it. So, the story. How did I get to the story? Well, I had gotten an assignment in my film class. The topic was procrastination. Simple enough, right? Just make a short film about procrastination. What could go wrong? So I sat down to write, and I thought about it. And I thought about it some more. Every time I almost had an idea, it just kind of like slipped away. It wasn't good enough. It wasn't something I could film. It was maybe a cool shot, or maybe I had like a cool idea, but that's all it was. Then I went to thinking, back to more thinking, and more thinking. Reading, and reading. Whatever I could just to come up with this idea, I did. And then it hit me. That's it. What if I do a procrastination film about laundry? Yes, it piling up. And then it gets bigger and bigger because every time you put something off, it gets bigger and bigger and bigger. A story about laundry piling up. And every time you put it off, it gets bigger and bigger and bigger. That's something I thought everyone could relate to. We've all been there. This isn't just about laundry, I thought. It's about what happens to anything you put off. It just keeps growing. Every time you just don't do it, it gets bigger and bigger and bigger. And that's when I thought, wow, let's build the laundry monster. Every time this character puts off doing the laundry, it gets bigger and bigger and bigger. And so that's when I knew I had the idea. I'm wondering though, after sitting on it for a few days, there's a couple things that come to mind. Did I actually squeeze too much story in too little time? Did I give it enough breathing room to make it where the climax worked? That's something I actually don't know, and I'm actually kind of curious about what this film's going to look like in a year to me. There were a couple things I had to fix in post-production because I just didn't think about pacing at all. And that's something I really need to do. I talked about it in the last film. I thought I had done a great job with pacing, but this next film project I have, this next shoot, when I think I've spent enough time, I'm going to remind myself I need to spend more time. Basically, the time I spent, I'm going to do the same amount. I think that would help a lot with my, me filming and my pacing. Like I said, I had to fix some things in post-production. I did a couple freeze frames just so I could get the pauses to where I felt like the payoff would work. So I'm not quite sure that I was actually efficient enough in the way I told the story. Meaning, were the shots that I chose, were they good enough? Did they tell the story? With every shot I had, did that move the story forward? I went with boring shots because some of it I was just like, man, I don't think this is creative enough. I don't think this is a cool shot. And then I remembered, tell the story, Doug. So I went with boring shots. Sorry, I was looking for better ways to shoot my next short film. After sitting on this again for a few days, actually 4 or 5 days, I think to me that my short film is cinematically flat. It just is. There's kind of all the same shots over and over again. There's no close-up shots. It's pretty much the same shot over and over again. Don't mind me. I'm going to go back to looking for better shots.
I am the laundry monster. I'm here to make sure you're preoccupied and don't do anything.
The laundry monster. That was my favorite part of this shoot. Creating the laundry monster in my head, and then it's one of the very few ideas that we all have where you have an idea and then you go to do it and it's like, it's not working. This actually worked. To be honest, my wife took the helm and she is the creative genius. They got it all done. We had a couple challenges. One was the height, and we fixed that easily with actually putting a box on top of the ladder. The other thing was, how do you pile all these clothes on there? So she had the genius idea of taking a sheet and wrapping it around and then using safety pins to pin up the laundry and clothes. The other thing that we had to be mindful of was that this was going to be shot in black and white or converted to black and white. So we had to make sure there was some contrast in there so that you could actually tell that it was a pile of laundry. It was a lot of fun. The only problem that we ever had, if we did have one, was the shooting from on top of the ladder. But other than that, the laundry monster was just fun. We had a blast. And yes, we took out quite a bit of clothes. The nice thing is that it's summer here in Chicago, so we were able to use our winter clothes. And then again, the biggest challenge I think actually was making sure there was enough contrast when filming the laundry monster. So again, if you're new to my channel, if you're new to watching me on any social media, a reminder, this is a space, this is a channel wherever you're watching me from. For people that stop filmmaking, or you're a beginner filmmaker, this is you just watching my journey. It's not a how-to page. I'm not good enough yet. I'm just trying to show you what I'm doing. It's my journal, if you will. These are my essays. I'm putting it out there, and I'm letting you know what I think is working. I'm even asking questions like, I don't think this is working. I don't know, but I'm just going to let you know that I don't know about it not working. But please, like, subscribe, follow me, and I hope you do learn from me. I hope you laugh with me or laugh at me at my expense. I'm hoping to be a great filmmaker, and that's the end goal. That is the end goal, is to be a great filmmaker, and I'm letting you in on the journey. I'm basically open micing this thing, where I'm on stage and I'm ready to bomb. If it makes me funny, if it makes me better. So I appreciate your time. Thank you so very much, and I hope to see you on my Half Frijoles channel. Anywhere, just slide into my DMs, hell, if you want. Anyways, the laundry monster. I gotta go do laundry.
Goodbye.